Alex Neil, that must be a very pleasing afternoon's work for you, coming away with a 2-0 win.
Yeah, I think that the sort of result was absolutely crucial today. I think performance was always going to come secondary, and I think the fact we've hit that sort of 20-point mark at halfway of the season suggests that we're sort of bang on track to hit the 40 points. The one thing I will say, I think we could have got more than the 20 points that we've got in the 19 games, which suggests that we would hope and expect that we can do better in the second half of the season, which means that we'll be perfectly fine.
You could sense how important that game was today, because 1-0 up during the second half, it all felt as if it got a bit jittery in the ground.
I thought it got jittery before 1-0 up, to be honest. I thought we looked a bit apprehensive, a little bit tentative. Some of our passing wasn't as good as normal. But I think once we scored the first goal, I think it settled a lot of us down. And then we went on, and it allowed us to sort of keep ourselves nice and compact and hit Aston Villa in the break, and thankfully we got that second goal, which eventually killed off the game. But the lads are under enormous pressure. They know what it means, not just to them but to the fans, to the club, to everybody involved, and to go and perform under these circumstances. I think they need to take a lot of credit for that.
Because yes, it is nervous when it's only 1-0, but even at that point Declan Rudd didn't have an awful lot of saves to make, did he?
No, I think he'd won in the first half, which he palmed away. Had a couple of balls to collect from a corner, which he did exceptionally well with. But I thought in the game, we looked relatively comfortable without really being at our best, if I'm being honest, in terms of playing. But as I say, the most important thing today was the result, and that's us now, I think, 4 games, 2 wins and 2 draws, so we're gaining a bit of momentum at home, which is good. And as I say, I expect us in the second half of the season to be even better, hopefully, and accumulate more points.
And you've talked about wanting to see better quality at both ends of the pitch, and you got that today, because that was a clean sheet, and that's really precious this season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. I think Ryan Bennett picked up man of the match, but I thought the whole back four were excellent, and we made a few changes to the team as well, which either works in your favour or can backfire. But I think looking at the players, I was really, really pleased with them today, because it's not easy in this league. You're going for playing top teams, your mentality sort of changes because you don't have a lot of the ball, and then you go to play the bottom teams and you need to completely change everything that you're doing to try and dominate and play good football, and it's not easy, but I think we've coped with it relatively well. But as I say, I think we'll improve the second half.
And at the other end of the pitch, you got 2 very well taken goals today.
I thought Demercy and Bacani was absolutely magnificent today. I thought he was a beast. He took the ball in, linked the game well, and I was delighted he got his goal, and he led the line really, really well for us.
You took him off just after it. Was that substitution going to happen? Houlihan and Bacani, were they coming off even before they combined to score?
Yeah, it was, and to be fair, I was giving Forfashaw a real hard time about not getting them on the pitch. And then he came over and said to me afterwards, you're not moaning at me now, so thanks to him for not putting them on.
It's a satisfying way to the end of the year as well, isn't it? As you say, 20 points halfway through the season. It gives you really something to push on from for the second half of the season, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. That 20-point mark at the moment isn't a bad return. We'd hope for better, I'm not going to lie, but it's not a bad return. We've got a bit of work to do in the window, hopefully, to help the squad. And then I'm hoping we'll sort of kick on from here and go on and try and win as many games as we can, really.
I think David McNally mentioned in this morning's press conference that he hopes some business will be able to get done early in the January transfer window. Is that something that you're hopeful of too?
Yeah, of course I am. So yeah, if we can help the squad, then great. And it just makes us stronger, and it gives us a better opportunity in the second half to try and get as many points as we can.
Great stuff, Alex. Thank you.
Cheers, chaps.